1 out of 20 children suffer from attention deficient hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. ADHD is a behavioral disorder that affects the brain and is often mistaken for other social disorders and is often untreated. Being familiar with the condition, understanding the different types, and recognizing symptoms can help you or someone you know live a healthy lifestyle. When you become knowledgeable about a disorder, you stand out among those who don't care to know why a person will act and feel a certain way. ADHD is a neurological condition where the metabolism of the brain is slower in areas that control attention, movement, and social judgment. It affects the brain in a way that if it goes untreated or undiagnosed, it can affect the way you function, develop, and socialize. ADHD is not prejudiced against race, IQ levels, or socioeconomical backgrounds. It affects boys at a rate of 3 times faster than girls, and half the children will carry the effects into adulthood. According to the CDC, 5% of adults and 9.5% of children have been diagnosed. ADHD in an adult can look different than ADHD in a child. As you grow older and your maturity level changes, as well as physical differences, symptoms may be less noticeable to those around you. Things like depression, anxiety, learning disabilities, and even the environment can cause the symptoms to worsen. Many adults never imagine they have ADHD until their child is diagnosed and they recognize the symptoms in themselves. There are 3 different types of ADHD. The first type is hyperactivity impulsivity, which shows symptoms like being socially intrusive or interrupt constantly, unable to sit still or make impulse decisions that can be harmful. Most boys have this form and are more likely to be diagnosed because their symptoms are more recognizable. The second form is inattentive ADHD, which shows signs of forgetfulness, lack of focus, and is commonly seen in women and girls. Children with these symptoms are seen as spacey or indifferent, and adults are thought to have depression or anxiety. These symptoms are not due to rebelliousness or lack of understanding. Inattentive ADHD typically goes unnoticed and untreated, but being able to recognize this form is crucial to averting a life of embarrassment or lack of confidence. The last form of ADHD is the combination type, which means you show 6 signs of inattentive ADHD and 6 signs of hyperactivity impulsivity. Most children suffer from this form. When it comes to the diagnosis of this disorder, you must show 6 or more signs within a 6-month period. Your symptoms must also be present and persistent before the age of 12 and be severe enough to affect daily functioning and lifestyle. You can then consider a comprehensive evaluation to ensure proper diagnosis. Things like prescription, counseling, ADHD coaches, and a solid understanding of the disorder will help you with the treatment. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is one of the most common disorders in children. Many people go undiagnosed or treated incorrectly, which can severely affect your future. It may or may not be easily detected through outward behavior, but the more knowledge you have, the better chance of finding treatment for you or someone you know.